This is the Zigzag Wanderer. Just sitting around and, thinking. And you know what happens when you sit around and you're thinking? Well, I can't seem to be able to think very well today, and I'm not sure what the problem really is. I don't know if it has anything to do with my sitting positions, Or maybe I need to have some blood go at the bottom of my head. I mean, not the bottom of my head, upwards into my head. And then I can have some more thoughts, No, that didn't really work. I just can't seem to think a proper coherent thought. I can't even think of today's public service announcement for all of you, Except what is this? So, sitting and thinking is just not working for me today, At least not sitting on that. Nah, it's just not doing anything. This is a little interesting. I still have no thoughts in my head. Except that I'm wondering if I should use this time that I have to inform all of you about the dangers of jaywalking. But no, that's not what I would do. No, don't jaywalk. There are better things to do than jaywalk. Let's see what else is over here. There's still no thoughts in my head. I know all of you were wondering what the thoughts were, but they're just not coming. They're refusing to come. And I'm not quite sure what to do. But oh, well, this is comfortable. Oh, this is exactly what the public service announcement was that many of you probably didn't hear about. See, I'm encouraging everybody who watches the show that every time you have your MetroCard and you're thinking about paying a little bit to go into the subway, my advice to all of you is to jump the turnstile. Oh, pardon that interruption. You see, the sound went dead. Happens sometimes. All right, so anyway, so I'm not sure exactly at what point the sound went dead, but I'm going to continue my story and tell it all of you in grand fashion. So I took this MetroCard, and I was trying to ride into the bus. So it only had like $1.75 on it. And of course, the bus took the $1.75 on it, and then it suddenly said, hey, there's insufficient fare, in the bus. So I wasn't sure. Do you guys ever take the bus lately, or the subway, or the MTA? No one has taken it? Because you see, the public service announcement for today is to actually jump the turnstile. So nevertheless, I paid $1.75 and took the bus, and I have to pay 50 cents more because now the price is $2.25. So I put it in, and I realized, wait a minute, after taking the bus, I'm going to have to take the subway. So I asked the bus driver, hey, come on, give me a transfer. So he gave me a transfer. And then I go onto the subway, and guess what happens? The transfer doesn't work, because the thing is, when you have insufficient fare on the MetroCard, you don't get the automatic transfer on your MetroCard, and the transfer he gave me was a bus transfer. So I told the agent, come on, why don't you let me through the turnstile? You ever wanted to jump the turnstile because you felt the subway prices are just overpriced? Have you ever had that experience with you? No? Anyway, so sometimes people just don't know what the hell they're saying, so they just, as I mentioned much earlier, they're confused as to what to say, so they try to say something nasty. But the good thing about having a really bad sound equipment on this camera is that you don't often hear the nasty comments that they whisper as they walk away. So anyway, I told the agent, come on, let me in. And the agent said, no, you're going to have to pay again. So lo and behold, I had to pay again. So today's public service announcement is to tell all of you, see, this is why you have to jump the turnstile. It's extremely important to jump the turnstile. And I'm trying to tell them that. I'm trying to tell you to jump the turnstile. So you have to be careful though of that door, where the cops are hiding. Because when you jump the turnstile and you get caught, the penalties are really expensive. You know, you ever wanted to jump the turnstile and the MTA transit system? Come on, you know, you never wanted to do that because, you know, obviously the price of the MTA is too high. Are you guys traveling in the subway? You don't like the subway? Well, that's great. It's good to boycott the subway. It's always good to boycott the subway. You should boycott the subway sometime. It's good. Do you boycott the subway? Well, I hope you guys boycott the subway. It's really bad, you know? You gotta boycott the subway because it's overpriced. You ever wanted to boycott the subway? You guys, you know, you gotta boycott the subway because they're overpriced. The transit check, I mean the damn MetroCard, it's too much money. But no, just keep on paying it. Keep on swiping your MetroCard. Hey, $5 a ride one day, $10 a ride, who cares? Just keep on paying. As for me, I'll always make sure that I'm gonna jump the turnstile. And there are different ways of jumping it. Let me illustrate. It would help though if you ever wanted to jump the turnstile? MTA, come on, don't support it. Anyway, so there are different ways of jumping the turnstile. You see, you have the turnstile like this. Sometimes if you're really thin, you can actually go underneath like this, right? But if you're like a big guy and you're watching it, you're gonna have to figure out, hey, I'm gonna have to jump the turnstile. So you gotta go like this and somehow, real quick, go like this and then go like that. But hopefully you'll be able to do it a lot better than I just did, you know what I mean? Or you could hold on to the side and just like climb over it like that, and then you're on the other side. But before you do that, make sure you take the entrance to the subway where there isn't a token booth clerk. And make sure they don't have that secret door. So that's one way of jumping the turnstile. Or another way of jumping it would be to maybe do like a long jump. See, this is the turnstile and you're trying to jump it. I guess you'll have to just run forward. You'll have to run forward and then jump it like that. And then you're over now. You got a free ride. You know, so that comes in handy. Just don't trip and fall, because that would suck. It would completely defeat the purpose of running and jumping. I mean, it would feel horrible actually. And those of you who are really thin, you can actually squeeze through the bars sometimes. But I figured not many people are that thin. I think even in countries where they have starving people, they're not even that thin. Now forget it. You can't squeeze through the bars. Even if you're from a country with no food, I don't think you could ever be thin enough to go through those bars. Yeah, probably not. Alright, so I'm really happy that we've come up with a great public service announcement. And do you know what the public service announcement is? Boycott the MTA. Well, he's in a vehicle, so he probably is boycotting the MTA. So remember folks, today's public service announcement, much to my, I don't know what word to say after much to my, but today's public service announcement is telling all of you to remember that we need to think about algebra sometimes. That doesn't hurt. Or maybe, what was the public service announcement? Boycott the subway is my public service announcement. No, yeah, I'm just saying boycott the subway.
Oh.
Boycott the MTA.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you talking to me? All right, yeah, that's what I meant. So, sorry, I got lost in train of thought. 'Cause sometimes, you know, you're on the road and, you know, you feel the pressure. You have to breathe at the same time when you're talking, and it's cold, and there's just so many other factors going on in this world, you know. So, you know, I'm trying to boycott the subway. Don't you think the ticket is too much money? Don't you want to boycott the subway? Come on, boycott the subway. Don't take the MTA. It's too expensive. The trains don't work. Nothing works. You'll never get there. And by the time some people get to their destination, they'll already be dead. But anyway, so today's public service announcement, as I was telling all of you many times, is you must remember to boycott the subway by jumping that turnstile.